Hey YouTube, hey Facebookers, thanks for tuning in. I thought I would come to you today with a quick update. I realized that I talked about an upcoming doctor's appointment and then didn't update you about said doctor's appointment. So whoops, sorry. I'm about 3 weeks late with the update, but here we are. I had talked about wanting to talk to my doctor about Botox and also about my hip pain, and both of those were mentioned. We talked about Botox kind of at length, and the doctor had said that unless we tried something else first, the insurance probably wouldn't cover Botox. So she said, let's try Baclofen, which is a muscle relaxer that's very common for people with CP. It works with the central nervous system to really fight that spasticity all over. But for me, we really tried it because of my hamstrings and how much they just pull on everything and make my life difficult no matter how much I stretch. So I started Baclofen right after I went to the doctor, and I've been on that for about 3 weeks now. Initial reaction, I really quite hated it because I had never taken anything like that before, and I felt like I was so loose when I took it to the point where I really didn't have a whole lot of stability. Now, a couple weeks later, I feel like it's a little better, but it's still not my favorite. So I guess if I hate it in another month, I'll talk to the doctor and we'll see about, Botox or something a little bit more invasive. It's certainly different having to take, a medication every day. I've never really done that thing, so just a whole new experience. But I will say that it is helping with what it's supposed to help with. It's helping with spasticity, and so that is definitely a positive. It's just getting used to being loose for me because I get my stability often from the tightness that I have. And then the other thing I talked with the doctor about was my hip pain, which really, I looked back at my notes just out of curiosity. I mean, this was something that, late August, early September, I had mentioned to my physical therapist, and I've been wearing a hip support belt for probably over a month now, and it seems to help. I wear it every day, and when I don't wear it, I notice, so I know that it's helping. The doctor basically told me when I went there 3 weeks ago that if my hip pain persisted, we should probably get an x-ray just to make sure everything was okay, and I was totally okay with that, but part of me is like, oh, I don't know that they're going to find anything on the x-ray. I mean, I feel like I know my body, and I know that this is definitely a major muscle tension pain, like something's tight, something's, pinched in there, and it's bothersome. So the x-rays we did and came out fine, and I was like, all right, then it's just CP. My body just hates me. It's fine, whatever. Usual stuff with CP. Sometimes your body gets angry. But I guess the frustrating part for me in this last little bit is okay, the weather just changed, so everybody's assumption is this is just a weather-related issue, or people are like, oh, the weather can't help. No, you're absolutely right. The weather does not help this issue, but this is not a weather-caused issue. There are other underlying things. The weather's probably just making it a little bit worse right now. Weather changes are not something that just affects people who are elderly, right? I've had CP all my life, and I can tell you that every winter, every fall, when the temperature drops, I feel it. I'm stiffer. I need to stretch more. That's normal, and I know that. And so this is not just a weather change pain that's been bothering me. This is, well, if you've been watching my transformation for the last couple of years, I'm undergoing a total body transformation, and my hips are the current muscle group that are pissed off about it, basically. I started out with, I was really hunched over and everything, and I got that stronger, and I was standing up better, but my back was still not very strong. So my back hurt for a couple of months, and I didn't sleep much, and I had a wrist injury in there, and I've been working with the trainer at the gym to get some upper body strength, getting stronger there. I've been eating better, but my hips are the current group of muscles that I've pissed off, trying to become a better, stronger, version of Christina, and I don't regret doing any of that. I know that this is a process that I'm going to have to work through, but I also feel like I'm occasionally entitled to complain that it sucks because, when you don't sleep for a couple of days in a row because you're hurting, that stuff gets old. It really does, and I'm fortunate enough to have family and friends who are very supportive and encouraging, and a physical therapist who checks in on me to see how I'm doing, who takes another class just to learn more ways about how to help me. I mean, I'm really blessed, and I know that it'll all come out okay when I'm on the other side of this, but sometimes being stuck in the middle of it is tough. But I also know with CP that there are certain issues that we really just have to work through to make them better. You can't go around it. You've got to work through it to get stronger and better. And I know that in the long run, all of this will be worth it because I'll be a stronger, better, more stable version of Christina that I can then work on maintaining, and hopefully at that point, the pain level won't necessarily be what it has been in more recent weeks. So I guess my message here, just be compassionate to people. You don't really know the depth of what they're going through or what they're going through unless you've walked a mile in their shoes. I think we've all just got to remember to keep lifting each other up and being encouraging and, trying to be as understanding to other people's situations as we can. I hope that you're all having a good day. You have a safe Halloween if you're going to be out there dressed up in costume. I, for one, got my fill of costume yesterday and will be sitting at home with the cat under a blanket tonight probably. But, if you're going to be out there getting some candy, just make sure y'all are safe about it. If you like what you see, give me a like, leave me a comment. If you have a similar experience with baclofen also, which is the new medication I'm on, I'd love to hear about that in the comments also. I'd be interested to see if that gets easier as time goes on. Well, I guess that's about it. That's all I've got for my update. I'll let you guys know what my November plans are once November gets underway. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.